Welcome to the Week 9 edition of Dynasty Value, where Matt and I go over a player's Dynasty value. We'll rank him and talk about players we like more or less. This week, we will be discussing Allen Robinson of the Chicago Bears. He is 26 years old, birthday in late August, 6'4", 220-pound wide receiver out of Penn State, drafted in the second round of the 2014 draft, pick number 61. So that's late second, by the way. He missed 2017 with a torn ACL, which he suffered in the Week 1 matchup of that season. And here are his per-game career averages. 4 to 5 receptions per game, 65 to 70 reception yards per game, and 0.45 to 0.5 touchdowns per game, depending on if you go with total games or games started. And he has a potential out in his contract after the season, so the Bears can cut him with only a $2 million dead cap penalty. So I don't see why they would do that. He's been playing well enough for his $13 million salary. But the clause was probably put in there because they signed him this season after his ACL injury. Matt, your thoughts on Allen Robinson?
He is what he is, really. He's going to be somebody that's in the 15 to 20 range for wide receivers. Never going to be that top flight again, especially in this offense with Mitchell Trubisky running it. You can never bank on him being the constant, 80 to 90 yards, a touchdown every 1.5 games or so. Every 2 games, sure, you might get up to 7 or 8 touchdowns per season. About 1,100 yards per season. It's not somebody I'm overly high on, but it's definitely not somebody I'm avoiding either. He is going to stick in that range there. Like, I had Landry ahead of him prior to the season. I think that would flip now.
I'd agree with that. The Cleveland offense really hasn't been going, although you have higher hopes for the Cleveland offense to get going. But this Bears offense is what it is. It's not good enough to get him into that top flight of wide receivers, that top 10, that top 12. The 15 seems to be his ceiling. Although he is having a good year, he is on pace for career highs in receptions and not yards, but receptions and not touchdowns either. He had that huge year, his second year in Jacksonville, with a ridiculous 17.5 yards per catch. His career average is 13.6, so that shows how big that season was. So let's talk about some wide receivers that are around him. You say top 15. Let's see if we can name 15 wide receivers we like out of him. We'll go real quick here. You stop me when we get to one that you're debating.
Okay.
Hopkins, Adams, Evans, Juju.
Keep going.
Odell.
Keep going.
Tyreek.
Keep going.
Michael Thomas.
Yep.
Amari Cooper.
Yep.
Keenan Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Golladay.
Yep.
Julio Jones.
Yep.
Stephon Diggs.
Yep.
Chris Godwin.
Yep.
Brandon Cooks.
The concussion issue scares me there quite a bit.
Mike Williams.
I'm hesitating because he hasn't done anything for touchdowns this year. But they're very even. I would take Mike Williams just because I like him better, but that's probably the wrong answer.
I will take Allen Robinson because I like him better, but I agree with Brandon Cooks. Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley.
I'll take Robinson for now.
How many years do you think Julio has left?
2 to 3.
Okay, I will take that answer, and then I will take Robinson, because if you had said less than that, I would be looking at Ridley just because the ceiling is there. Adam Thielen?
I'll take Robinson.
Age?
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry already talked about. Here's an interesting one. We're getting to the good ones here. Courtland Sutton. Quarterback issue is kind of a tough one here because you don't know who's going to be the quarterback there, and he might be in a similar situation to Robinson where he just can't get over that hump.
Yeah, like Courtland has definitely got higher ceiling for sure. And it would just kind of depend on the rest of my team based off of who I'd pick in that situation.
So even though Allen Robinson has been in the league since 2014 and Courtland Sutton's in his second year, they're only 2 years apart.
Yeah, that is kind of surprising. But if I was picking today and I needed stability at wide receiver, I'd go Robinson.
I'd take Sutton no matter what.
Fair enough. I don't think we've talked about Golladay yet.
I must have hit him.
Oh, if you did, then I didn't hear you. But yes, we'd both take Golladay ahead of him.
Yeah, Kenny Golladay was after Keenan Allen, probably mixed together. So that's 15 ahead of him for me, 14 for you. Tyler Boyd?
No, I would take Robinson right now.
DJ Moore.
Robinson.
T.Y. Hilton.
Robinson. Age there.
A.J. Green.
Age. I'll take Robinson.
DJ Chark.
I'll take Robinson. I just don't trust DJ yet.
I'll take DJ. I believe in DJ.
All right.
So that was 2 that I've taken. So he's at 16 for me, still at 14 for you. I don't think I'll be able to find another name on this list that you like, because I know you don't like this name, but maybe you've come around on
It's
Tyler Lockett.
I knew that's exactly who it was. Yeah, I've got him at 34 from
Yeah,
this.
but
From the I mean, I'll have to move him a little bit, but
Yeah, our Dynasty rankings will be updated in the coming weeks. So make sure you check those out on blueduckfantasy.com.
I'll tell you what, I would take Tyler Lockett because his value is higher. This is what we're talking about, the ADP thing.
Yep.
But I would flip him.
Okay, so we're talking about an expert move here where you have Allen Robinson, somebody's willing to give you Tyler Lockett, and you say, absolutely, I'll take Tyler Lockett. And then you go and trade Tyler Lockett for someone else.
Right.
So if you're doing a startup draft, you would draft Tyler Lockett ahead of Allen Robinson.
With the sole purpose of flipping him.
That makes perfect sense, and I'm going to agree with that. That's a really good thing to do, really good point to bring up.
Yeah, it's the ADP thing, right? It's just because you like somebody better. If the ADP is there, you got to take the ADP. Because you can probably get Robinson even the next round.
Yeah, for sure. And depending on how your league values age, a guy like Courtland Sutton or DJ Chark might also be lower than Robinson, but it'd be a lot closer than the Robinson to Lockett one. The Lockett value is huge right now.
Yeah.
So I think we have them, you have them at
about
14,
15,
15?
17, something like that.
I think you have them a couple spots higher than I do because I have Sutton and Chark ahead of them. And so I have them about 17, you have them about 15. So good call on saying 15. He's in a tough situation. They're not going to get a new quarterback because he's still in his rookie deal. And they're not going to get rid of him unless they're looking to tank and get some first-round picks for him in a trade. But I doubt he think he can get a first.
I don't think he could fetch a first right now.
If A.J. Green in a contract year could fetch a first, you don't think him with another year at $13 million could fetch a first?
If some team has running a quarterback drill and all 3 quarterbacks like collide into each other and they're all out for the year, maybe. That's about it.
Oh, I was talking about trading for Robinson.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Mitchell Trubisky.
No, I said they're not getting rid of him because his contract's too good.
Okay.
But the Bears are terrible. They know they need a rebuild, so they ship out Robinson to get some picks.
Okay, yeah. They could get a second anyway for him. I don't know if anybody would give you a first. Nobody confirmed that they gave a first for A.J. Green, right?
No, that was just talk. But a second for Sanu. So
yeah, that is true. So maybe a first, but for Robinson. If the team needs the wide receiver help, I guess they would be doing that. But nobody seemed to go all out for them this year except for the Patriots. Even the Niners deal for Sanders wasn't that much.
Okay. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the Dynasty value for Allen Robinson. Matt, anything to add?
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hopefully you're doing both.
That's it.